Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I am going to walk you through the top 5 Kubernetes projects you need to build to actually master orchestration. Most beginners get stuck in tutorial hell because they never deploy anything complex enough to break. But here is the thing. When you build these 5 specific projects, you learn the hard lessons of networking, storage, and security that senior engineers deal with every single day. Most tutorials skip these because they are difficult, but we are going to dive right in. This is the ultimate roadmap for moving from Kubernetes novice to a confident operator. We are not just talking about theory, we are talking about building real functional systems. Specifically, we will cover a multi-tier web application using persistent storage, implementing Ingress for routing, setting up full-stack observability with Prometheus and Grafana, building automated deployment pipelines, and finally, hardening your cluster security. These are the 5 pillars of a production-ready environment. So do not skip ahead. Watch all the way through to actually understand this properly. If you want a deep dive on individual components like pods, we have a full course on this channel, so check the description for those links. And please do hype the video. That really encourages me to upload more content regularly. Let us start with the most fundamental project, a multi-tier web application. You are going to deploy a front-end service and a database service that communicate within the cluster. The key here is using persistent volumes. If your pod crashes, your data must survive. If you want to understand how pods handle state, check out our previous deep dive link below. This YAML file defines a persistent volume claim. We are requesting 5 GB of storage. The access mode is set to read-write once, meaning only one node can mount this volume at a time. This is critical for database stability in a distributed environment. When you run the command to get your persistent volume claims, you should see the status change to bound. If it stays in pending, it means your storage class is not configured correctly or your cloud provider does not have available capacity. Project 2 is about Ingress. In the real world, you do not expose every service via a load balancer. You use an Ingress controller. This allows you to route traffic based on host names or paths using a single entry point. It is efficient, cost-effective, and standard practice. Here we define an ingress rule. Every request to the host name specified on line 10 gets routed to the front-end service on port 80. The annotation on line 6 is very important. It tells the Ingress controller to rewrite the path before sending it to the backend. Without this, your application might return a 404 error. Project 3 is Observability. If you cannot see what is happening in your cluster, you're blind. You should deploy Prometheus to scrape metrics and Grafana to visualize them. This teaches you how to manage complex service discovery and internal configuration. In a production environment, you need proactive alerts. Prometheus monitors your CPU, memory, and custom application metrics. Grafana turns that data into actionable dashboards. Without this, you are just waiting for users to report outages. Project 4 is automating your deployments. You should use a tool like Argo, CD, or Jenkins to pull code from GitHub and automatically apply it to your cluster. This removes manual errors and speeds up your release cycle significantly. GitOps means your Git repository is the source of truth. When you push a change to your YAML files, the CI or CD tool reconciles the cluster state. This is exactly how elite engineering teams deploy at scale. Finally, Project 5 is security. We need to talk about role-based access control and network policies. You should never run pods as root. You should restrict access using service accounts and ensure that services can only talk to those they absolutely need to. This policy ensures that only the front end can talk to the database. By default, Kubernetes allows all traffic between pods. That is not secure. This policy explicitly restricts ingress to only pods with the app label set to frontend. It is a simple but powerful layer of defense. What are the most common mistakes? First, never run containers as the root user. Second, you must set resource limits or one runaway pod will crash your entire node. Third, never put passwords in environment variables. Use Kubernetes secrets instead. Fourth, do not ignore network policies. And fifth, labels are your best friend during an incident. If you do not use them, you will never find the faulty pod in time. Specifically, that includes running containers as root user inside the pod, failing to set resource limits on your deployments, storing sensitive information as plain text environment variables, over-relying on default cluster networking policies, and not using labels and selectors effectively for troubleshooting. Think about a real-world scenario. A mid-sized e-commerce platform once faced a total site outage because a single developer pushed a service without resource limits. It consumed all node memory, causing the kubelet to restart every other pod on that worker node. Implementing resource requests and limits fixed it immediately. This is why you need to build these projects. To recap, we covered building a multi-tier web app with persistent volumes, implementing NGINX Ingress, setting up Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring, building automated CI or CD pipelines, and finally hardening your cluster with RBAC and network policies. You have everything you need to start your first project today. Make sure to check the description for the full project roadmap and links to our advanced Kubernetes interview questions if you are preparing for a job. If you found this useful, subscribe for more daily cloud engineering tutorials. If you are interested in learning and want more content regularly, make sure to subscribe and join our WhatsApp channel using the link in the description. And please do hide the video. That really encourages me to upload more videos regularly. Thank you for watching.